It's a beautiful night in Statesboro, Georgia, as we get set for a great game tonight between Tormenta and Chattanooga at Eric Russell Park. Welcome in, I'm Josh Toll, and for both these two teams, last year just barely missing out on the playoffs. Chattanooga just 3 points out in that fifth position with 40 points. Tormenta was just behind them. They were 6 points out with 37 points. This year, they look to make a jump into those top two spots because that's going to be what moves you on to the championship as we take a look. That's what's happened here in 2020 with COVID-19 changing everything. This comes to a 16-game season now, played in 15 weeks. Each team will play 6 opponents home and home, and you're looking at 5 substitutions this year. Normally you see 3, but for the health and the fitness of these players, they are allowing 5 substitutions for each. The top 2 teams will advance as now we take a look at our Davis Marketing, our official marketing partner of Tormenta FC. Player to watch, goalkeeper Pablo Jara in his second season with Tormenta last year, making his pro debut back in March. Well, he went on to have a fantastic season, 9 shutouts on the year, 65 saves. He's going to have a tough go going up against a potent attack in the Chattanooga Red Wolves. One player you're going to have to watch out for is Ricardo Zacharias. He has Liga MX experience as he makes his debut here with the Chattanooga Red Wolves. He's going to be the player they look to contribute up top to put goals in the back of the net. Also look at Ami Pineda and Mark Hernandez for the Red Wolves to play a factor. First game for both these two teams coming at you next as we begin more USL League One play. You're watching USL League One soccer right here on ESPN+.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. Others may talk about the new normal, but at Optum Health System, we've always provided high-quality, personalized care safely. If you have recently delayed your care, we want to reassure you we are prepared to care for you. Our absolute commitment to safe, high-quality, personalized care is stronger than ever. We welcome you back to Optum Health System.
Why contact a marketing agency?
Is it to see this guy scribble on a whiteboard or to listen to the ins and outs of marketing?
Or is it to partner with a group of creatives who will connect you to them and grow your brand?
Here, we join with you to push your business to new heights.
It's not about the us, but about the us and how we can get your brand out there and connect and become their favorite.
We are the planners, doers, designers, and engagers who cut the crap and just make it happen.
We are Davis Creative Group.
Welcome back as we get set for Tormenta and Chattanooga. First game of the season for both these clubs as they look for that first victory in what's going to be a shortened season here in the USL. Different circumstances coming in with COVID-19, but both these two clubs, talking to their coaches, are ready to go tonight. And what a way to kick it off here. Beautiful night in Statesboro, Georgia, as we take a look at our starting 11 presented by Durance Lane. South Georgia Tormenta. Look out for Pato Boteo Faz. He comes over from Lansing Ignite. He had 7 goals last season for Ignite. That was second best on the team. Look for Luca Meyer also to play a role up front, trying to link up with Marco Micheletto. We talked about how important Pablo Yara is going to be in this one. A little bit different look in the back as Tormenta is battling some injuries and some other ailments. They'll try to piece together a tough one tonight going against the Chattanooga Red Wolves under first-year coach Jimmy Obleda. This is what he'll bring out. We talked about Ricardo Zacharias. Look to him and Greg Hurst, the Scottish native, to have an impact up front. Leader Josue Soto at that defensive midfielding holding position. He's going to be an important piece linking with the back row. And then you got to watch out for Alex Mangles. Last year, 85 saves in between the sticks. United Soccer League, all 47 championship and League One clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. Please join us for a 15-second moment of silence as we are united against racism. And we are underway at Eric Russell Park. Tormenta in the blue unis. For Chattanooga, they will be in the all-white kits as we take a look at our keys to the game for both these two teams. And fitness is going to be huge for Tormenta. Again, they're playing with a smaller roster due to injuries. For the Chattanooga Red Wolves, it's going to be about cohesiveness and just getting together with one another under new coach Jimmy Obleda. That's going to be a key moving forward. For Jimmy Obleda, he wants to push the ball up the field. He wants to pressure that back line. And that's going to be a huge way as he wants to continue to win the ball this year. Talking with head coach John Miller-Race as we have our first foul. He knows that they expect to push the pace up front. For him, he's talking about he needs his team to be disciplined tonight going up against this Chattanooga Red Wolves squad. Ronaldo Pineda, the player slow to get up. Pineda, cousins with Ami Pineda, number 23 for Chattanooga, so you will hear those names quite a bit as the two cousins look to make a difference here tonight. And now stepping up to the ball is Ami Pineda in his second year. Last year, 4 assists for the Red Wolves. Left-footed ball into the area and then headed on. Ricketts just could not get anything behind it. And now changing directions will be Tormenta. Neil Vinyals loses possession, but it comes right to the feet of Coutinho, who gives it right back to Vinyals. Vinyals now getting some spacing as he plays it back to Stefan Moeller. Moeller and Jordan Skeleton, the two center back partners, as Skeleton goes over the top, looking for Marco Micheletto. For Tormenta last year, 6 wins, 4 losses at home. Chattanooga on the road, they struggled. They were 2-7 away from the state of Tennessee as we will have our first corner kick. A corner kick presented by Sack Company. As Tormenta looks to whip this in. High lofting ball. Nothing going there for Tormenta, but able to chase the ball down. Now played in, now headed away by the Red Wolves. And now looking to turn on the counter is Chattanooga. Zacharias just with too much touch allowed Ricardo Gomez, the defensive holding midfielder, to get to the ball. Turning away is Hernandez towards the end line. Goal kick here for Tormenta. Both these two teams with different looks. For Tormenta, they're moving on from players like William Connor Antley and Alex Morrell, who was actually named League One Player of the Week for the Greenville Triumph. But you bring in a player like Pato Pateo Fez, as well as Luca Meyer. They have a couple of big shoes to fill, but they're going to look to provide more to the attack with Marco Micheletto, last year's leading goal scorer. So you have Micheletto, who had 8 goals last year, now teaming up with Boteo Faz. Faz had 7 goals last season with Lansing Ignite. For Chattanooga, also a different looking team with the second leading scorer in Sito Seone gone, as well as leading assist in Vangel Azoro, who led the team last season. Now you're looking for Ricardo Zacharias and Mark Hernandez to fill that void. Great night here at Statesboro, Georgia. As you can see, fans around. Of course, fans being limited in number. Different look this year for not just USL League One, but for the championship as well. And really just around the world in general. As you've seen in the Bundesliga, the EPL, and even MLS. Much different look this year for sports throughout. This one sent forward, and going up is Nicola. And then headed backwards. Tripped up by Coutinho, and looking to play fast was Ricketts. This one cleared away by Moeller. Now looking to change direction is Tormenta. Another foul just outside of midfield. Tormenta FC would like to thank the Islands for being the apartment complex our players call home. As this is sent in and played over by Meyer, who gets the return pass. And then that one cut out by Jonathan Ricketts. Ricketts out of Bryan College. First season with Chattanooga. Arson with the throw. Coutinho plays it all the way back to midfield, giving chase is Moeller. Moeller able to retreat and place it back to Yara. For Moeller, he's played in Germany as well as England in the National League North for Southport FC. This one goes over the top. Micheletto unable to get to that pass. Talking with both these coaches, they talked about how it was difficult with COVID-19 not being able to be day in and day out with their players, but both teams adjusting. Of course, now back together. They each had a short preseason back in March. When that ended due to COVID, they just had 2 weeks here of a preseason, so both squads really trying to get back to fitness as in health as well. So we'll see how 90 minutes is going to play a factor as this is played forward to Micheletto. He's got a chance here, pushing forward into the area. Pauses, Micheletto to his left with the right, and that finds the right corner for the first goal for Tormenta. Marco Micheletto opened his account here in 2020. Marco Micheletto led the team last year. As we take a look at our Durance Lane. First goal there. Just cuts in, gets it to his right foot, and just slots it to the corner, getting it by Alex Mangles for the first goal of the night. And now the early lead and a little bit of breathing room here for Tormenta at Eric Russell Park. Well, crowd was expecting to see goals. I don't think they expected one in the 7th minute, but they'll take the early lead as now Chattanooga looks to respond. And for Chattanooga, they're a team that looks to put pressure on that back line. We'll see how far they like to move up in the field in this one. Flag is down. Mateo Fazo loses possession, and this play to safety. Great direct ball over the top. Marco Micheletto on an island by himself. Coutinho in the corner. And Coutinho ends Tormenta. No, they're going to say goal kick. Tormenta, as well as myself, thought that was a corner kick, but Mangles will play it out on the goal kick. Soto. He'll play it near side. Nikla. Nikla, 2 years in Iceland as he goes diagonal. Right there is Daniel Jackson. Last year for a majority of these USL League One teams, their victories, a lot of them coming at home. It seemed like for the league, the difficulty was finding wins on the road. We'll see if that's a theme this year once again here in 2020. Pineda drops it back. And Ruiz tripped up, draws the foul for Ricky Ruiz. He's in his first year, but he played youth soccer under Jimmy Obleda. In fact, there's 5 different players from Chattanooga that have experience with Jimmy Obleda. Obleda had an 8-year professional career. He played in Latin America, Europe. Last team he played with was with the Fort Lauderdale Strikers. He was last the director of the coaching Boca Orange County, but now making his way east to Chattanooga. Dangerous chance now for Chattanooga. This ball sent in and going up and making the grab was Hara. Durance Lane is the official car dealer of Tormenta FC as this is played long and then headed away by Ruiz going up to get that. Niels. Vinyals into the area. Vinyals plays it out wide. Meyer. And that one headed. There's a collision right at the spot. It looked like Coutinho timed to line that up. But he was also trying to tie him up, knowing that he could possibly get hit on that play. That may have affected that header attempt by the Brazilian. Carson plays it in. Coutinho. Offside flag up against Tormenta. One game is in the books in this one for USL League One. 2 debut teams ending up in a scoreless draw between New England Revolution 2 and Union Omaha. We do have some other action here that will keep you up to date here in USL League One play. Of course, more great action here on ESPN Plus as this is dropped back. Gomez plays it back to Skelton. He'll go to center back half, Muller, and Muller will have to go all the way back to Hara. Hara with another long ball, and that was one of the things that John Mill-Lacey talked about Hara working on, was being able to complete those passes of 75 yards by Hara. He also wants to see him work out of the back more this year. Feels like he's really honing his skills as a goalkeeper, already a tremendous shot stopper. This ball played inside, now played back to midfield. Coutinho looking to get to Gomez. Gomez to Micheletto, the goal scorer. Micheletto with numbers in the box, and that one just off the frame. Another chance for Marco Micheletto as he looked for his second. Does not lack confidence as he gives that a shot from distance. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportsamerica.com. John Mill-Lacey talked about how when the whistle blew to open this one, how there was just going to be a big exhale for all of everyone, not just with Tormenta, but with Chattanooga. And right now, Tormenta, they are definitely breathing this game in as they have gone off to the fast start. And really for Chattanooga, they just need to find a way to control possession now to give themselves a chance to get one on target and possibly buy Pablo Hara. Red Wolves now building with patience, not as direct as they were early. This one played off Marco Micheletto. Pineda. Soto comes near side. Nicola. Ami Pineda, and he's tackled, and this is going to draw the foul. And this foul going against Ricardo Gomez. Gomez out of Gainesville, Georgia in his second year with Tormenta. Pineda lines up. Pineda 1 goal, 4 assists last season for the Red Wolves as he sends this in with his left foot. And that one just to the right coming up was Jonathan Ricketts, the right back. We've seen 2 now from both teams just off the frame. As this one found its way wide, Ricketts doing a good job. Had the right angle, just sent it a little bit too far to the right. Nearly leveled things up on that set piece. Ramos. Here's one of the leaders, Josue Soto. He's the vocal leader between him and Connor Doyle. Doyle could be used as a substitution tonight for the Red Wolves. And a hard tackle there for Meyer, and that's going to draw our first booking of the night as Meyer is handed a yellow. Meyer coming in from behind. You see him get all leg there as he got the left side. Ricketts was the man going to the ground for Chattanooga. So our first yellow card handed out for the season for Tormenta. Discipline always a huge factor. You do not want those 2 yellow cards or a red. Pineda lines up. The service. And Ricketts was able to get his head on it, but he headed it backwards as opposed to the face of the goal. Now Tormenta able to clear it away. Ricketts was in the right position, just could not get the direction he needed. Pineda sends it in towards the back post, and coming out is Hara. No hesitation there from the young goalkeeper. Hara, 26 years old, out of Santiago, Chile. He was a 3-time All-American at Wingate University. Is there, you see, not much there. Another ball going over the top, giving chase is Ronaldo Pineda. Throw here for Tormenta, and that will come from Daniel Jackson. Jackson, another new face for Tormenta. Last year, 8 games with the Richmond Kickers. He's also played for St. Louis FC as well as OKC Energy in his career. Plenty of pro experience for Jackson. Jackson, one of the elder statesmen at 31 years old. And Skeleton will just let this roll out past the touchline. For Tormenta, their first 3 games will be at home this year. Their first game on the road will be against Greenville, as that one's poked away and now handed over to Vinyals. Vinyals coming near side. Arslan. Meyer looking to combo it back to Arslan, hits off the backside. And Arslan called for the foul as he tried to sneak his way around Travis Nicola, the center back. Ramos. You see Soto drop back when they try to build up, almost playing as another center back as he has the ball in his possession, plays it over. This ball playing in the center, but stepping up was Moeller. Down the line. Micheletto. With the right foot as he sends that over. Optum Healthcare is the official team doctor of Tormenta FC. Tormenta FC with a small roster tonight. Ailments and injuries playing a factor. They're really just trying to keep the boat on top of the water and not let it sink. All teams battling some different kind of ailment here with the shortened season and just with 2-week preseason. It's been tough to get players to full fitness for both squads, for all squads here in USL League One. Gomez. Skeleton right back to Moeller. Moeller with that left foot. Beautiful ball just over Meyer. If that's one more foot in, that's a beautiful long distance pass from Moeller. Tormenta last year at home, 6 wins, 4 losses. Looking for their first win at home as well as on the season. They got the goal in the 7th minute from Marco Micheletto. Zacharias unable to keep that in on the touchline. Zacharias right now a slow start. He, of course, has had experience in Liga MX, played with Club America. Last he was with La Piedad before making his way back stateside. Offside flag, though, is up. Trying to break through that back line was Mark Hernandez. Hernandez, another one of those players that played for Obleda and youth soccer. Bolt Pineda is also playing, and then you also look at Ricky Ruiz, another player. 5 in total. Know what Obleda would like from them as he tries to build this team. Wants to be a much more disciplined team this year. We'll see how that plays out over the course of this 16-game season. Coutinho, just outside the area. Towards the spot, nodded away. And Ruiz tripped up by Gomez. And now we'll have a lecture here. Our referee tonight, Sergei Dominichuk. We do have 1 yellow card handed out. That going to Luca Meyer. As you go to the Fort Lauderdale game, they had a player get 2 yellow cards in the first half, so they've been playing with 10 men in that one. They, at last I saw, had a 1-goal lead, though. Switching sides is Ruiz. And Meyer plays back to the circle, but right there is Chattanooga. Nicola, Pineda, going over the top. He's looking for Zacharias, couldn't get it to him. Ricketts. And that one takes a deflection off Arslan and now cleared up to midfield. Talking with head coach Jimmy Obleda, he has big expectations for this squad. It's just going to be a matter of them right now finding that chemistry here early in the season. Meanwhile, for Tormenta and John Millerese, he expects this team to win, and that is the goal coming in. They want to win this championship. Really wants to promote this team from within. You obviously talk about Tormenta and what they have. They have a lot of youth players. They have 3 teenagers that at some point could make an appearance throughout the season from the academy team. So they are going to play those young players. If they feel that they're ready, they are going to give them an opportunity. Tormenta really wants to control the game, and right now with the 1-goal lead, they have done that for the most part, but here Chattanooga showing better build-up here this last 15 minutes. Pineda. He'll drop it back to Soto. Ramos. Ruiz goes inside. Zacharias, and that one blocked by Hara. Hara able to just stand his ground, gets his left hand on it. Hara with a big stop right there, as it looked like the Red Wolves could have their first goal. Keeping this game 1-0, Tormenta. Pineda. And hard tackle there by Marco Micheletto, and this is going to be a yellow card. Marco Micheletto now with a goal and a yellow card to his name. Ronaldo Pineda, the player down for the Red Wolves. Pineda out of Santa Ana, California. There, the hard tackle. Micheletto coming in there late and knocking over Pineda. Pineda the last 2 seasons with Park City Red Wolves, as he is up and ready to go. So now both teams with the yellow card. I should say, excuse me, that's the second one actually for Tormenta. Luca Meyer being the other one with the yellow card. Nicola will play this back to Soto. Soto spent 3 years in Finland. Another player with experience outside the States is ball over the top. Trying to get his boot on was Greg Hurst. And now we'll have what looks like a yellow card coming for Greg Hurst. Hurst and Muller arguing about it as Hurst went right into Pablo Hara. And there is the first yellow card now for Chattanooga. You see Hurst just body to body. Hara able to get up. Hara making its pro debut last year. 28 starts, started every game last year for Tormenta. There, look at Hurst, who had the foul. Hurst, a majority of his career in Scotland before coming over to the States. Gomez. This game's getting a little bit chippier here. Ronaldo Pineda, though, helping Gomez up. We've already seen 3 yellow cards handed out here in this opening 29 minutes. Meyer, unable to get around Ricketts. Now Ricketts turns away, retreats, and plays it down the line. Gomez steps aside. Coutinho. And Coutinho knocked off the ball. Josue Soto giving Tormenta another great look here on a free kick. This is where if you're Tormenta, you have to take advantage of these opportunities on these set pieces. Coutinho and Muller line up. Tormenta getting the early goal in the 7th minute from Marco Micheletto. Muller sends it back post. Ricketts plays it away. Micheletto. He goes inside. Viñals back to Micheletto. Good job stepping up there by the young Ricky Ruiz. Zacharias at midfield. Hurst. And then we have the foul here by Coutinho. And now Coutinho and Pineda getting in it. The referee telling Pineda he needs to calm down. Three yellow cards already handed out. Maybe we have our 4th at some point here in this first half. Things plenty chippy. And now we will have our hydration break. Great night here in Statesboro, Georgia. Of course, here at Eric Russell Park. But for Chattanooga, they will be opening their stadium, Chi Memorial Stadium. And what a beautiful venue it is as we take a look at what they are going to have open up next week, taking on FC Tucson. That one at 5 p.m. as you get a great look there at the pitch of the stands. Going to be another great night in East Ridge, Tennessee, as Chattanooga gets to play in their stadium for the first time here in 2020. Of course, they're focused on this one right now, but an exciting week for the fans back in Tennessee. And Chattanooga Red Wolves supporters will get their first look at their new stadium. Good showing tonight here at Eric Russell Park with fans showing up. Of course, limited seating with COVID-19, so that does change things for all these squads here in USL League One. Don't miss a minute of action in 2020. Sign up today and get alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com. Search for Tormenta and then click the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on Tormenta's next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. Of course, up next for Tormenta, they will take on Richmond. So they will have that game on Tuesday the 28th. That game originally was supposed to be played last week. Did not happen, so it's been pushed to Tuesday. So it'll be a quick turnaround for Tormenta. Tormenta's first 3 games at home. You always want to be dominant at home, but if you can come up with 3 points each week, that's a great way to start off the season. They got the 1 goal here early in the 7th minute. Chattanooga trying to get themselves back into it. Most dangerous threat has been Ricardo Zacharias there. You got to imagine at some point Greg Hurst stepping up for Chattanooga. That back line so far for Tormenta has been pretty solid. Really only one tough shot that Pablo Jara has had to face. We got a makeshift back line there for John Miloese. They're looking at our goal scorer. Marco Micheletto also has a yellow card, one of 3 handed out here. Pato Pateo Faz brought in to be one of those runners. Him and Luca Meyer Quiet night for those two so far. Still plenty of time left for them to get involved as we have a free kick here. Ricketts. And nothing going there. Poor ball sent in there by Ricketts. Got no air under it. Pineda. Charging forward, plays it down the line. Ricketts, he'll try again. Nice scoop ball. And Hurst pokes it over. He chipped it over. And Stefan Muller. No, that's scratch. That's Jordan Skelton coming over to head it out on the goal line. Great job coming over by Skelton. If Skelton is not there, that is a goal for sure for Greg Hurst. Left-footed ball. And Skelton once again clearing that away, so a busy couple plays there for Jordan Skelton. Sent in. Back post, headed up and just over. Well, Jordan Skelton right now dialed in for Tormenta. Yeah, the header on the chip by Greg Hurst and then clears it out on the corner. Confidence building here for Tormenta, but Chattanooga getting more chances. Just have to wonder how strong that back line of Tormenta can stay with just 14 players listed for tonight's game. Meyer. The USL Championship looks toward August with one final nationally televised match in July. An early contest for Group E supremacy takes center stage as St. Louis FC and Indy 11 look to create early separation from the rest of the group. St. Louis FC and Indy 11, Sunday, July 26th at 5 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Deportes. This one sent all the way forward by Arslan, and no one up front for Tormenta. Mangles has faced two shots, both coming from Marco Micheletto. The one finding the corner for Tormenta. But other than that, a quiet night so far for Alex Mangles. Pineda at midfield. Down the line. Ricketts. Plays in, and that one sent over. Pineda had a chance. He was wide open. Got under the ball and sends it over. Escaping danger is Tormenta by the mistake by Pineda. Plenty of room there. He had the left side of the mouth wide open. What surely should have been an equalizer. You got to think some first game jitters there. A little bit of adrenaline running. Coutinho backs up. Gomez. Hara. Gomez in the circle. Vinyals. Good passing here by Tormenta, just working their way up the field, and then the poor pass by Vinyals, so little broadcaster jinx there. Soto drops it back. Nicola comes near side to Ricketts, poor pass there, as that they're going to say Chattanooga's saying this was off Tormenta. And Tormenta with a quick throw, Coutinho. And that one takes a deflection, and then Mangle's able to get a piece. That shot coming from Ponto Boteo Foz. Foz in his first year with Tormenta. Last year with Lansing Ignite, he had 7 goals, nearly had one here. Boteo Foz able to see that one clearly. Another corner here. Sack Construction once again proudly presenting the corners for Tormenta. Right-footed ball driven in towards the spot. Good job there by Tormenta's Daniel Jackson. He was in the right spot, but just nodded it straight into the ground. If he's just able to angle that on target, that's going to be a threat there for Alex Mangles. Nicoletto, Meyer. Meyer just slots it on. And the collision as Arslan falls to his backside. Tormenta FC would like to thank Southern Downs for being the place our players call home. Ball over the top. Here's Zacharias. Zacharias square ball. And this one cleared away by Daniel Jackson. In the vicinity coming up was Mark Hernandez. Vision there by Zacharias finding the trailer, Hernandez, but Jackson able to clear it away. Corner here for Chattanooga. Chattanooga looking for that first goal here before half. This one played in and now knocked away, and Gomez sends it out from danger. Nicoletto all alone. Squeezes through one, tries to play it outside, looking to get back on the ball. And then Ruiz called for the hard foul, and he's going to have a yellow card. Both sides each with 2 yellow cards. Good job by Micheletto playing that to space, and then Ruiz coming up and tripping up Micheletto. Well, Micheletto continuing where he left off from last year. He's a threat in the open field, and we know what he can do with tucking the ball into the corner. Has the lone goal in this one. Ricky Ruiz and Greg Hurst for Chattanooga, both with yellow cards, and Luca Meyer and Marco Micheletto for Tormenta, each with yellow cards. Stick around. We will have highlights and stats from this one. We'll also have some more news from around the league. Micheletto sends it in. Skeleton, the man falling over for Tormenta. On the backside was Daniel Jackson. Arslan now with a throw for Tormenta. Works it down the line. First game for both these clubs. Both searching for that first 3 points of the season. This season, 16 games will be played in the span of 15 weeks. The championship will be held between the top 2 teams. That one will be on Halloween. Last year, Chattanooga finishing in 5th in the standings. Tormenta right behind them in 6th. Just 6 points separated 4th from 6th in the standings last year. Soto. Throw here for Chattanooga as Ricky Ruiz, the first-year player, will take it. Pineda. Tormenta with a 1-goal lead coming from Marco Micheletto back in the 7th minute. Things have been physical here as we've had 4 yellow cards handed out in the opening 45 minutes. Micheletto at the end line, turns away. Knocked over, but still holding it in. And now clearing it up the field for Chattanooga is Hernandez. Skelton, really the save of the game so far. Greg Hurst had a chance to chip it over Hara. Skelton able to get back at the goal line to clear it off, keeping this game at a 1-0 scoreline. 3 minutes of stoppage time is what we'll have here. Hard tackle, clean though. Micheletto dispossesses the ball from Hernandez. Micheletto. Nice little back heel. And now that one's cleared away. Good pass in there by Micheletto. He had Boteo Faz. And now looking to counter is Hurst. Square ball. Pineda. He'll play it wide. And stepping through was Daniel Jackson. Good job reading that pass attempt. And then gives it right back. Not on the same page as Boteo Faz. Stoppage time presented by Southern Downs. Beautiful night in Statesboro, Georgia. Tormenta with a 1-goal lead here as we're about to head to half. Chattanooga looking to possibly level things up here. One good chance for the Red Wolves. And now they'll look for a second, trying to step over, but denied by Jackson. Jackson denying Hernandez. Jackson, a solid game so far at right back for Tormenta. Ball over the top by Pineda and then cleared away by Skelton. Dangerous pass back. And then you have the knockdown from behind by Soto. If that isn't completed, that pass, that would have been a corner kick for Chattanooga. Dangerous pass back in the final third. And that defensive third, tough one there, but Chattanooga able to advance. Tormenta pushing up for one last ball. All right, sends it up just outside the area. Tail Fonz, a big target there. Listed at 6 feet, but he looks a little bit taller than that. And now Lecture once again. We've seen this a couple different times. First home game of the season for Tormenta. 3 straight here at Eric Russell Park. Chattanooga will open up their new stadium. That one will be next week. Meyer turns, drops it off for Coutinho. Coutinho loses possession. I think both teams just really start to compose themselves in this one, as that is the whistle for half. And Tormenta will head into the locker room up 1-0. The lone goal coming from Marco Micheletto. There's the goal scorer scoring in the 7th minute. And this one giving Tormenta the early lead here is we'll head to half here, presented by Durance Lane. As we will take a break here, and we'll be back with highlights and stats. You're watching the USL on ESPN+.
The farmer uses his vehicle for work, but his wife and children, we have a lot of precious cargo that's put into SUVs and things of that nature. We put a lot of pride in making sure that we have something for everybody.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. If you've delayed your care, we want to reassure you we're prepared for you. Optum's commitment to safe, high-quality care is stronger than ever.
The Clubhouse in Statesboro, Southeast Georgia's best place to play. The Clubhouse in Statesboro, where fun is done.
Welcome back. We are at half here between Tormenta and Chattanooga from Statesboro, Georgia. And the USL League One teams are continuing to prove that they are members of their communities. The COVID-19 crisis helps shed a light on some of the good work that is done by these soccer clubs around the country. We want to look at the many ways these front offices, coaching staffs, and players reached out to help those needed in time during this pandemic. The Kraft family, along with the New England Revolution and New England Patriots, participating in the Food for Vets charity to provide more than 2.5 million meals for veterans and their families. They also teamed with the Massachusetts Military Support Foundation for a Super Bowl event at Gillette Stadium in June. Food packages were delivered in time for Father's Day, included such summer barbecue essentials like hot dogs and hamburgers. Meanwhile, the Richmond Kickers partnered with their television partner CBS 6 to create the Rally Together Fund, selling rally towels to fight hunger in the Richmond area. They provided over 16,000 meals to families in their home market. South Georgia Tormenta grabbed needles and thread and made masks for local hospitals. When not doing individual workouts at home, the team fashioned over 100 masks, which were donated to Emory and St. Joseph's hospitals in the Savannah market. Tormenta players, fans, and staff also raised $2,000 for the Bullock County NAACP. Ford Madison conceived of a match versus COVID-19 and sold tickets to raise money to purchase meals from local restaurants, donating them to hospitals to feed healthcare workers on the front line. The team, thanks to ticket sales and donations, raised over $20,000. Greenville Triumph also put together a Match to Triumph fundraiser, selling tickets to benefit the Greenville chapter of the United Way. The team announced a sellout of over 4,000 tickets, raising over $40,000. In their 6th year of partnership, New England also continued their Special Olympics of Massachusetts Unified team signings, having 15 local players sign their contract this season virtually. Each player received their own team jersey as they prepare to join the Unified team at the 2020 Unified We Play competition. In addition to unveiling a Pride Kit, Ford Madison sold specially made t-shirts to donate money to a local food bank, raising over $3,000 for an emergency fund. The club also offered no contact merchandise sales on Fridays during the pandemic. Speaking of gear, Tormenta and partner the Sack Company came up with special shirt where sales generated money which became meals for locals through the local restaurant, the Clubhouse. Over 166 meals were donated, and sales continue through the Clubhouse even now. Even in the shutdown, these teams remain active members of their communities, and the work continues even into the start of the season. We'll have more here from Tormenta, but let's take a look back at more news from around the USL.
The United Soccer League and its 47th championship in League One clubs stand united in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can create change. Together, we are united against racism.
Once a community's long-term player development pathway is established, USL clubs must clearly define their talent identification strategy in collaboration with their youth network. Establishing this strategy provides local clubs and coaches the opportunity to recommend top young prospects towards the USL Academy level and eventually their local USL senior team. As players are identified, the USL Academy League is designed to provide young players the opportunity to transition from youth soccer to playing at the senior level in 3 different ways. Players most ready to make the jump to the USL Championship, League One and League Two can begin their integration into a senior team by taking a part-time senior status, allowing them to train and even play at the senior level while still getting additional training and games within the USL Academy League. Top young players projected to be ready for their first integration into senior team soccer within 1 to 2 years will be encouraged to register as the full-time academy status. Players with a longer-term projection towards the USL senior team will have the flexibility to continue primarily being a part of their youth team through the part-time youth status. This will also encourage further collaboration between the youth network and the USL senior team, as coaches from both levels can work together to determine the right time to move players through that established pathway. For more information, visit usl-academy.com.
Welcome back. We are at half here between Tormenta and Chattanooga. Tormenta up 1-0. Our halftime presented by Durance Lane as we take a look at what's going on, not just here, but in the rest of the USL here in League One. Of course, we had League One launch, Greenville defeating Fort Lauderdale 2-0 in the season opener. And then today, New England Revolution 2 and Union Omaha played for their first time. That one ended scoreless. And then Alex Morrell, Player of the Week last with Tormenta, and now Player of the Week with the first goal in the game against Fort Lauderdale. Is here we take a look back at how 2020 is going to play out. 16-game season in 15 weeks. Each team plays 6 opponents, home and home format. So this is the first one for Chattanooga on the road. Then you have 5 substitutions. We have yet to see a sub in this one, but normally in a regular season you will have 3, but now with health and fitness being a major factor here in a shortened season, they're going to allow 5. The top 2 teams advance to the League One final on October 31st. As we take a look at the scores, we talked about New England Revolution and Union Omaha. Greenville triumphed with another victory as they take down the Richmond Kickers. 3-2 Richmond Kickers up next for Tormenta. Fort Lauderdale and FC Tucson, that one ended up in a 1-1 draw. And then you still have a late one here, North Texas Soccer Club and Ford Madison going at it at 9 p.m. Eastern. That one just about ready, probably actually has just kicked. But still more great action ahead in this one between these two clubs. South Georgia Tormenta up 1-0 over the Chattanooga Red Wolves. What will the next 45 have in store? We'll have highlights when we return.
Michelle Smith-Lang from Kids World Learning Center here in Statesboro, Georgia. Let us take care of all of your child care needs here at Kids World Learning Center, from your infants all the way to your after-schoolers. We also have a summer camp and holiday camp for those older children. And we have our brand new bus for our field trips, for the children to have fun and to learn and to explore new things all around our beautiful county. Thank you for trusting us with your most prized possessions.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. Others may talk about the new normal, but at Optum Health System we've always provided high-quality, personalized care safely. If you have recently delayed your care, we want to reassure you we are prepared to care for you. Our absolute commitment to safe, high-quality, personalized care is stronger than ever. We welcome you back to Optum Health System.
.45 minutes in the book. Tormenta up 1-0 against Chattanooga Red Wolves as we take a look at the highlights from this one. And things got going early for Tormenta in this one. As we take a look back, these highlights presented by Durance Lane. As this is played up by Gomez, Marco Micheletto. He's in front of the pack. Ramos trying to chase him down. Gets Ramos to go on the turf, and then Micheletto goes near post for the first goal of the game for Tormenta. He had 8 last season, and now he opens his account here in 2020 with an early goal, getting that one past Alex Mangles. And Tormenta holding on to the lead, but Micheletto would have another chance here as he fires away from distance, and this one just left of the frame. Marco Micheletto feeling it early in this one. A great look, and then here the most dangerous play as that one's headed on by Ricketts. This would be the first of 2 great chances for the Red Wolves. That one just wide, and this one be slotted in, and then beautiful ball threaded to Zacharias and stoned by Hara. He was in the right spot, taking away that angle. Here Ricketts plays it into Greg Hurst. Hurst looking to chip it over, and right on the goal line is Skelton to play that out. Otherwise, for sure, that would have been a goal for Chattanooga. Great job there by the center back. Little threaded ball here to the spot, and then Pineda sends it well over. No danger there, but Ricketts has had some chances there on that right wing. We'll see how that plays a factor in the second half. Here Coutinho threads it in, and a great right-footed ball sent in by Boteo Faz. Boteo Faz, great look. Mangles able to knock that one wide. Things did get a little physical in the first half. We had 4 yellow cards handed out as we take a look at our match stats. 7 shots for Tormenta, 5. 1 on goal for the Red Wolves, 2. But you look at possession, Chattanooga really slowing things down here, trying to get that second goal. But right now, Tormenta being very disciplined. And for Tormenta, you got to wonder how that's going to play a factor when they only have 14 men on the roster at the moment due to injuries. It's going to be a shortened bench tonight for John Miller Race. We'll see how they come up with that adversity to play against Chattanooga, who you know is going to try to put more pressure on that back line, try to tire them down to find an equalizer. Josh Toll with you as we get started here in the second half at Eric Russell Park. Live from Statesboro, Georgia. A beautiful night. first game of the season for both these two, as Ruiz is slow to get up for Chattanooga as he's limping around. Skeleton with that big header away as Ruiz brings it down and plays it into the sky. Tormenta dealt with injuries last season, so really kind of picking up where they left off last year. And we do have a substitution coming on for Chattanooga, Connor Doyle, and he'll replace Ronaldo Pineda. Connor Doyle, one of those other leaders that Jimmy Obleda talked about. Doyle, of course, with MLS experience with DC United as well as the Colorado Rapids. He is a veteran out there, and he is one that these younger players will lean on. And there, a great look at Connor Doyle in his second year. And Doyle trying to thread this one forward. See what kind of difference fresh legs makes for Jimmy Obleda there with his first substitution. Again, both teams have 5 subs that they can use. And right now the Red Wolves using the first of their 5. Ramos plays this up with the left. Jackson there to head it down. Doyle plays back to Ruiz. Soto. Angles really with one tough save that he had made. That one coming against Boteo Faz. Skeleton. Jackson. Jackson wins that ball back. He's done that now a couple different times as he looks to slot that one up. And that one just out of the reach of Boteo Fox. Boteo Fox and Luca Meyer going to be the 2 main pieces trying to link up with Marco Micheletto up front in that attacking third for Tormenta. Chad Arslan with the throw last year with Tormenta, and then he's also played 3 years in their PDL squad. So he knows the area, knows what's expected of him on the pitch and in the community. Zacharias into the area. Looked to cut that one across, but sliding through with Stefan Moeller. Moeller, a good job defensively there, preventing that cross from happening. Ricketts. Pineda goes out wide. Pressure being applied by Chattanooga. Soto. Left-footed ball, and that one well over. Soto was able to tee it up, but just too much power behind that. Pablo Jara had a great save earlier in the first half, then had some help from that man as Skelton plays it over the top. Doyle goes inside. Soto, this ball ricochets around. This is going to come back as we had originally advantage being played, but now we will have a kick from midfield. Soto in the circle. Pineda. Coutinho right on his hip pocket. Pineda sends it in with the left foot. Nicoletto. Long ball, trying to dial this up long distance. Meyer slows it up, waits for some support. Coutinho turns inside. Coutinho now switches to the outside, but stepping in front of that pass was Ruiz. Zacharias. Soto. He'll go to the wing. Pineda. Chance here, and that one finds the right corner, and Chattanooga has now leveled it up. Greg Hurst with the first goal for the Red Wolves. Great ball movement here by the Red Wolves. Hurst gets it on that right foot as he's able to tuck it in the right corner. All right, nothing you could do about it as we are all knotted up now. We had a goal in the opening 7 minutes of the first half, and now we have a goal here in the opening 7 minutes of the second half. But unfortunately for Tormenta, it comes from the Chattanooga side. Coutinho plays it out wide. Meyer. Headed away. Gomez switches sides. And once again, Ruiz stepping in the pathway. Zacharias just poor touch there. Now we'll have a foul going against the Red Wolves. Tormenta had the lead throughout this one, and then just moments ago, Chattanooga getting their first goal of the season coming from Greg Hurst. For Hurst last year, he had 2 goals for the Red Wolves. Hurst from Scotland. Played a majority of his pro career in Scotland before coming over last season to the Red Wolves. Ruiz. Looking to go over the top, trying to find Zacharias. Skelton plays it away. Skelton's had a tough night with Zacharias, but he has lived up to the challenge. For Tormenta, their first 3 games will be here in Statesboro, Georgia, before they head on the road. That pass chopped out, but right back to Ruiz. Doyle steps up. Zacharias plays it in and cleared away once again by Skelton. Doyle plays it all the way back to midfield. Nicola back to Doyle. Too much weight on that pass, and that's going to allow Hara to come and scoop it up. Hara playing along, beautiful long ball by the keeper. Corner coming the first of the second half here for Tormenta. Well, one of the things that John Miller Race talked about was Hara's ability to play that long ball this year, and one of the things that he really worked on during the offseason, and right there it just showed on a beautiful ball to Luca Meyer. Corner here for Tormenta on the ground. Left-footed ball, and that one played out by Ricketts. Great setup there by Tormenta, just unable to finish at the end. Love the trail as Skelton puts that in. Mangles just covers it up for a moment. Soto. Ramos. And now we will have a sub for Tormenta, their first of the game. Albuchi Obenwa will come in for Lucas Coutinho. As Coutinho heads off for Obenwa. He's played with the U.S. Youth National Team for U18s and U20s. Played with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds in 2017. He's also played for Lustano FCV in Portuguese club. That's where he was for the last 2 seasons as he makes his first appearance for Tormenta. And Nicoletto is going to be offside as the flag is up. So now we'll see how Albuchi Obenwa plays a factor in this role going forward. Depleted unit here for Tormenta as this is played back to the trailer. Hurst was looking for his second, but that one cleared away. Ricketts. Pineda on the left wing. Tough tackle there by Jackson. Free kick coming for Chattanooga. Dangerous spot here for the Red Wolves. Pineda will line up with that left foot. About 10 yards outside of the box for Chattanooga. Connor Doyle there as well for the Red Wolves. As we have a trainer come out onto the field. So it'll be a moment longer. I think it's Zacharias that's cramping, it looks like, with the way he's being stretched up. So Ricardo Zacharias maybe in the heat here. Also, it being the first game, so that's going to be a big issue is hydration. And now Ricardo Zacharias will have to come off the field. We're being told that he's going to be subbed off as well. So we're going to get our first look at the Brazilian Walefe. As Zacharias limps off. Hope it's nothing serious and just a cramp. Ricardo Zacharias making his debut with Chattanooga today. Both teams with just 2 weeks of preseason to try to get in match fitness. Both coaches talking about how both their clubs aren't quite there yet. Still trying to work their way in. You got to think it's going to be a couple more weeks before both teams are fully ready to go. Zacharias is able to make his way off the pitch. And now Walefe, the Brazilian. Walefe last year started every game for Chattanooga. He was the only field player to do that, making his first substitution appearance. Pineda plays in far post. And no one there. Walefe was in the area, but headed away by Tormenta. Corner now moving to the other side. Pineda will grab the ball as he'll work his way to the far side. Hara will set up his defense. Communication always a key here. Low liner. Back post headed in! And Greg Hurst has his second of the night. Well, talk about that pass being set up and then full layout from Greg Hurst. Playback, nothing initially happening as this is cleared away. Sent in by Ruiz, and then the diving header by Greg Hurst as he has a brace in this one. And now for the first time tonight, Tormenta trails. Tormenta with some adversity right here. How do they respond? Opening game of the season for both these clubs, and you know Tormenta wants to send the fans home happy. Looking now to find an equalizer. It's always different with how you show in a game when you play from behind. Tormenta very much has scoring capability. Boteo Faz, one of those players chasing down the ball. Boteo Faz really yet to get going in this one. Him and Meyer, those two new pieces brought in by John Millerese to hook up with Marco Micheletto, who has the lone goal for Tormenta. That one coming back in the first half. Fans follow Tormenta and the rest of USL League One all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch League One live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Tormenta now looking to find that equalizer as Chattanooga wins the ball right back. Left-footed ball forward. Hurst with both goals. He's in position right now. Jackson trying to steer away from him. One of the big things for Chattanooga has been their ability to possess the ball in this game. At half, they had 60% of the possession. Muller plays down, but it's chopped out of the air. Throw here for Chattanooga. Chattanooga last season, 5th in the standings with 40 points. For Tormenta, they were just right behind them in that 6th spot with 37 points. Last year, 4 teams advancing to the playoffs. That will not be the case this year. Top 2 teams will be playing in the championship, so that is the goal. The goal is to be 1 or 2 when it's all said and done. The championship game will be played on Halloween as Muller plays this up the field. Sent right back to Muller. Hara sends it up in the air, and that one got caught up in the jet stream as it just floated there. Last touch, though, by Greg Hurst. Micheletto goes inside. That one headed backwards, and Micheletto's going to keep it in play. Jackson. Knotted away by Doyle. Pineda turning. Hurst now limping for Chattanooga. And Pineda pushed to the ground. That's going to draw the whistle. It was a physical and testy first half. It got chippy. 4 yellow cards handed out in the first half. None so far here in the second. Let's hope it remains that way. Hara backs up for the ball. Another great diagonal ball to Meyer. Hara's had that pass down in this one. Well, you improve on something in the offseason, you want to show off that new toy. Just another tool for Pablo Hara to work with. Both goals for Chattanooga coming in the second half as that's played over the head now of Meyer. Both goals from Greg Hurst. Hurst with 2 goals last season. He has now matched that total here in this opening game. Headed up by Mueller. Walefi tries to peel away, and then the late whistle. Obenwa guilty of the foul for Tormenta. Again, each team has allowed 5 subs. We've seen 1 from each side. For Tormenta, they're playing with a small lineup, just 14 men on the roster today. Injuries and ailments playing a factor as Mikey Rowe will now come in for Pato Boteo Faz. So Boteo Faz comes off, and the Irish national, Mikey Rowe, comes on. Rowe last season, 3 goals in 24 appearances. Jackson. He's knocked down from behind, no foul. There, a great look at Mikey Rowe as Pineda strides forward, loses possession. Obenwa plays it out. Rowe looking to get his first touch. Bowler to Rowe. Arslan drops it back. Tormenta right now just building through that back line. Trying to patiently break down the Red Wolves, find that open space. Chance here for Tormenta to run. And then going down hard. Hernandez pleading his case. Looked like Hernandez just bowled over Arslan, and a free kick here for Tormenta. Free kick here for Tormenta. That one right into the hand of Mangles. No danger there for Tormenta. You want to give one of your players a chance to get ahead on that. Mangles just snatches it out of the air. Great crowd coming out to support Tormenta tonight. First of 3 straight home games as Hernandez is tripped up, and now we'll have our first yellow card of the second half handed out. And this will go to Mikey Rowe. The referee has yet to show Rowe it. And there it is, hand up in the air. Hernandez, the player on the ground for Chattanooga. Hernandez able to walk it off. And now Greg Hurst, the goal scorer, will come out for Chattanooga, and replacing him will be Alexi James. Well, talk about your first game of 2020, and you get a brace for Chattanooga when you had 2 goals just all of 2019. And now Alexi James will come on. James in his second season with Chattanooga. 2018, he played on the PDL team in Ogden City. Last season, Tormenta did not have a win against Chattanooga. They did in the U.S. Open Cup, but not in the regular season in USL League One play. They were 0-2-1 as they look to work their way back into this one with a little bit more than 16 minutes remaining. This one played back to Hara. Hara plays it to midfield, looking for Micheletto. That one off the head of Ruiz. And then making his first foul is James. James bringing Viñals down to the ground. Gomez will set up the free kick. Plays it back to midfield. Arslan on the far side. Goes back to Mueller. Rowe. Skelton. See that high pressure by Chattanooga, making it difficult for those backs to play the ball up the field. That's one of the things that Jimmy Obleda talked about, is he wanted to put pressure on that back line. They've been able to wear down Tormenta tonight to get the 2-goal lead. I should say 2-1 goal lead. Micheletto. Roll from distance, and that one goes right and into the stands. Like the confidence there from Mikey Rowe. Turning and trying to give that a shot. That's on frame. Mangles is going to have to work to make that save. USL's elite pre-professional platform, USL Academy, allows clubs across the USL to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing together top local talent. Following the success of the first Academy Cup events, clubs can now apply to participate in the USL Academy League kicking off in spring 2021. For more information, visit usl-academy.com or search hashtag USL Academy on social media. And now we'll take a look at what's upcoming for these clubs. For South Georgia Tormenta, first 3 games at home, they will play Richmond Kickers on Tuesday, and then Orlando City B. Their first game on the road will be against the Greenville Triumph. That one August 5th, and then they'll take on first-year team Fort Lauderdale, and then they'll have Ford Madison. That is the next one's up for Tormenta as they look to get back in this one. For the Chattanooga Red Wolves, they will open up their home stadium, Chi Memorial, as they will take on FC Tucson on August 1st. That one 5 Eastern. Then they go on the road to North Texas, then back at home as they'll take on first-year club Union Omaha, and then back on the road again to Greenville Triumph before returning home to face this Tormenta squad. Chattanooga looking to hold on to the lead for the next 13 minutes. Tormenta right now figuring out a game plan to get back into this one, trailing by 1 as we're about to come out of this hydration break. You see players getting stretched, trying to get that water, trying to get those liquids in. We've seen a few different players cramp up through this one. With a shortened preseason, it's tough to get to full fitness in that time. Granted, you have some great athletes out there. It's still tough to go a full 90 in a professional game. For Chattanooga, they've used 3 of their 5 subs. Meanwhile, for Tormenta, they've used 2 subs so far. Bengals plays it up. That's going to be last touch by Doyle. Obenwa was in there as well for Tormenta. Obenwa, one of those substitutions, one of the 2. Moeller, he'll play it back. Not enough weight on that pass, and now Jaimes will play it in. Walefe trying to slot it through Hernandez. That one denied by Hara. What a great save. Hara getting both hands on that, and now Tormenta looks to counter. 2 great saves now for Hara tonight for Tormenta. John Millerese talked about how he's an elite shot stopper as we see this one go over the top. Micheletto looking to run it down. Ruiz. And now we'll take a look back at that last attempt. What a beautiful save. Great ball to Hernandez, and then the stop by Hara, going up to get that with both arms. The 26-year-old keeping this game at a 1-goal lead. And then Chattanooga takes the ball back. That's a huge save for Hara to keep his team in this. Soto ball over the top, but flag is up. Hernandez trying to test that back line, trying to sneak in, but flag was up. Tormenta FC would like to thank the Vault for being the place our players call home. Ball played wide, but right there once again is the youngster Ruiz. Pineda. Jaimes, back to Pineda. Walefi. Originally, our referee wanted to play advantage, but Walefi tried to retreat, so they just will reset and have a kick here near midfield. Advanced Chiropractics is the official chiropractor of Tormenta FC. Ruiz. Ramos. Ricketts coming back as Rowe. Pressure here from Meyer, and this will come all the way back to Mangles. Seeing Tormenta push up a little bit more here as they try to win the ball back. Trying to find a late equalizer. Pineda grabbing the jersey, and not happy with that is Jad Arslan. And now we're going to have a yellow card handed out. I got to think to Pineda. Arslan has to be careful because he was grabbing the jersey. He did push back. So this could also go against Arslan. Let's see who this is handed out to. I believe it's going to go against Ami Pineda. Yes, it will. As Pineda is handed his first yellow card. 5 yellow cards as we take a look back. You see Pineda grabbing the jersey, then gets the shoulder, grabs Arslan, and then Arslan pushing back. Luckily, nothing happening to Arslan there on the push. Our referee understanding the frustration there on Arslan, but a free kick here for Tormenta. This one headed away and now punched away. Definitely some jersey grabbing there, not called. Throw here for Ricketts. Chattanooga looking for their first win of 2020. Tormenta looking for a late equalizer. Another foul here against Chattanooga. And Walefi now, he's going to get a yellow card for throwing the ball back. Delaying the game further. Four yellow cards have been handed out to Chattanooga, 6 in total. Walefi, the man with the yellow card.
Don't lose him. There's extra players.
Now a 2-man wall being set up as the Brazilian gets his first yellow card 2020. This is sent in, and Skeleton couldn't get his head on it. Skeleton nearly got that, but offside flag was up. Dangerous ball, and they're almost paying off. Skeleton not able to time that run. Skeleton has had a solid game for Tormenta. He had a save on the defensive side earlier in this one. Nearly had a goal, but offside flag up. The threat on the set piece as this is headed down. Tormenta looking to play fast. Nicoletto switching sides. Gomez. Viñals trying to sneak through. Looking for Meyer, but couldn't complete that final pass. Pineda just outside the circle. Looking to go over the top, and out is Hara. And Hara just taps it back. Allows Arslan to get back. Jaimes was doing a good job putting pressure on. Chattanooga trying to get that ball over the top on the direct ball. Goal kick here for Pablo Jara. Jara's team a little bit more than 5 minutes away as they try to find that equalizer for Jimmy Obleda. He's looking to get his first win with the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Game continues to be physical between Tormenta and Chattanooga. These teams will play each other about a month from now. They'll meet again. This one will be played, though, in Chattanooga the next time these two teams meet. Chattanooga just 2 road wins last season. Rowe tripped up, and another free kick here for Tormenta as they'll play fast. Viñols. Diagonal ball. That one over and out. And now we will take a look at Marco Micheletto, our man of the match, presented by Renaissance Bank. Marco Micheletto hoping to make a difference in this one. A 1-goal lead for Chattanooga as Josue Soto comes off the field. Time for Tormenta to find a late goal. You go back to the game earlier tonight between Fort Lauderdale and FC Tucson. They got a game winner in stoppage time, did FC Tucson. And now Tormenta looks to be a team that can find an equalizer here late. First game of the season for both these two teams, as we'll have another sub here for Chattanooga as Nikos Paytas will come on. So Paytas, another sub, Paytas out of Greece, making his first appearance with Chattanooga. As he'll replace Josue Soto, who limped off just moments ago. Micheletto will have to back up, and they'll have to continue to move this further. And now the throw. Skelton going diagonal. Molefi able to poke it forward. Obenwa plays it back. Down the line. And now a chance here for Chattanooga as they'll probably look to milk this clock down a little bit more, taking their time to get the throw. You see Micah Rowe picking it up, but he wants to speed up play. He wants his team to have a chance to get back in. Chattanooga looking to hold on for their first win. Tormenta trying to find a late game equalizer. They got to switch directions here. Need to get some shot on frame. try to make Mangles work, maybe get a rebound, but just something to get going as 5 minutes of stoppage time we will have in this one. Stoppage time presented by Southern Downs. Jackson goes inside. Could this be the chance for Tormenta? Rowe. Outside onto the wing. Cut in. Viñas back to Rowe. Square ball, and that one is knocked in. And the late equalizer coming in stoppage time from Daniel Jackson. Great build up there by Tormenta. Great patience. And Jackson rewards his team with the equalizer. Viñas there finds Rowe. Rowe plays it back. Jackson gets enough weight on that to tap it home. Big equalizer there for Daniel Jackson. The right back with his first goal for Tormenta. Tormenta tying things up in stoppage time against Chattanooga. Jackson last year with the Richmond Kickers. What a way to make your debut, getting a late game equalizer to possibly steal a point for your team. And now we'll see if we have some more late game heroics. And another duel there. And we're going to have another yellow card handed out. And this is going to go against Mark Hernandez. It's going to be a thing here. Moving forward is discipline between both these two teams. You have to keep those heads cool. Always got to worry about the double yellow. 4 yellow cards now to Chattanooga, 3 for Tormenta. Obenwa plays it back, Hara. We've seen 1 goal here in stoppage time coming from Tormenta's Daniel Jackson. Can we see another one right here? Nicoletto. Flag is down. Nicoletto to the left. Up top. That one shot right on Mangles. Great look there by Luca Meyer. Mangles doing a good job at stopping that ball and making sure he is not going to allow a rebound there. Tormenta looking for a late game winner. What a chance that could have been if that is able to get by Mangles. Mangles able to keep this one level with a save. Doyle. Pineda. To the overlapping Jaimes. Jaimes square ball. And that one denied in front. But offside flag was up. Moeller was right there for Tormenta. Hernandez was the man trying to get a goal there for Chattanooga. Long ball. Nicoletto skips through the defenders. Nicoletto carving his way through, and then that one poked away. Corner kick here, getting back was Travis Nicola. Nicoletto thought he was pushed down in the box. Nicoletto just working his way through that back line, trying to get the game winner, and now a late corner here as Tormenta looks to add one more to the board. Low liner, and that one cleared away with ease by Walefi. And there is the final whistle. Well, Chattanooga, they thought they might have a victory, but in stoppage time, Tormenta able to tie it up from that man right there. Daniel Jackson getting his first goal in a Tormenta uniform. What a way to get it in the stoppage time. And here, the play of the match presented by Kelly Tours. Of course, it's going to come down to that goal. Vinos finds Rowe, and then Daniel Jackson with the easy put-in. Hit off the back of Ruiz. Jackson able to get the late game equalizer in stoppage time to give Tormenta a point on the night. It looked like they were going to be handed their first loss, but they would not be denied in this one. And we will take a break here, but what a way to get your first official point of 2020 coming in stoppage time as this one ends 2-2 between South Georgia Tormenta and the Chattanooga Red Wolves. We'll step away for a moment. We'll be back with highlights when we return.
From Kids World Learning Center here in Statesboro, Georgia. Let us take care of all of your child care needs here at Kids World Learning Center, from your infants all the way to your after-schoolers. We also have a summer camp and holiday camp for those older children. And we have our brand new bus for our field trips, for the children to have fun and to learn and to explore new things all around our beautiful county. Thank you for trusting us with your most prized possession.
The farmer uses his vehicle for work, but his wife and children, we have a lot of precious cargo that's put into SUVs and things of that nature. We put a lot of pride in making sure that we have something for everybody.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. If you've delayed your care, we want to reassure you we're prepared for you. Optum's commitment to safe, high-quality care is stronger than ever.
First game of the season as Tormenta gets a late equalizer in this one in stoppage time to tie this one between Tormenta and Chattanooga as we take a look back at the highlights from this one. And going back to the first half, Chattanooga able to get things going early as this ball's played in as Hurst heads it up, chips it over, and there's Skelton to play it out. The defensive play of the match presented by Bullock Broadband. Great play there by Skelton, coming back to help out on that play, helping out Hara. And now we will take a look at the highlights from 90 minutes of action, and what a first game between these two clubs. As we go back here, this ball played up. Marco Micheletto on the outside, pushing forward, is able to cut back, gets it to his right foot, goes near post for the first goal for Tormenta. That one coming in the 7th minute. Things look to be going early for Tormenta. Great job here by last year's leading scorer for Tormenta, getting his first goal of the game as he was able to slot that one through. Chattanooga, though, would come back. Great pass to Greg Hurst as he puts it in with the right corner, getting that one by Hara. As this, you have the good pass here by Hernandez, building up. Hurst gets it on his right foot and puts it in the back of the net. That would be his first here on this corner. This one sent in. Little back heel comes out. Sent right back in by Ruiz. And then the diving header by Hurst to give himself a brace and the 1-goal lead for Chattanooga. A beautiful diving ball by Hurst to send that one through for the second goal. As we watch back there, full layout on that one to get that by. Nothing Hara could do to stop that one. Then in stoppage time, Tormenta would find the equalizer. Vinos plays it to Mikey Rowe, and there's Daniel Jackson with his first goal in a Tormenta kit as he would get the stoppage time equalizer. Beautiful pass back as Jackson just had to tap it home as this game finishes in a 2-2 draw. As we take a look at the stats, Tormenta 5 shots on target to 4. They were able to possess the ball a majority of that second half to get that pretty much even. Lots of yellow cards handed out, 8 between both squads, but I guess in the end it does not matter as this one ends in a 2-2 draw. What a game for these two clubs. Tormenta able to claw their way back into it late. Up next for Tormenta, they play on Tuesday against the Richmond Kickers. Meanwhile, for Chattanooga, they will open up their home stadium against FC Tucson as this one ends in a 2-2 draw for our crew. I'm Josh Toll. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon here on ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.